The school makes a difference when you're recognized, because you were recognized for knowing physics, you were recognized for having that knowledge, and look how far you have come now.
So then I sat my WAT examination for the second time. Then I get an English. So then I applied I applied at Fabi College to pursue engineering, but my grades on physics, they said it was too high, so they told me to go and sit again.
What? Sorry, sorry. You applied, so you studied with all kinds of conditions, because I know the application to go to university, they said, did I hear you correctly? They said your grades were too high?
Yeah, especially for my physics. Yeah.
This is too much. That's just
so then my parents, they were like a lot of pressure, because I'm the eldest. I'm the eldest son. So like, you know, when you've been the eldest, so you have to be at the top for your siblings to like follow your step.
Yes.
So yeah, so I was so confusing for me to go and sit again.
So you have to go sit again because they told your grades were too high, and then they made you go sit again.
So what I decided, I said no. To study geology was my second option. You know, like there was a rush. Even the Department of Physics, they were so anxious to welcome me. Other department, they were like, we need this guy here, we need this guy. So then I told them no, I'm going for geology because that's my second option. You know, like other department, they wanted me to be at the department, you know, because they know who I am, you know. So
So the engineering, so let me just understand, you applied for engineering.
Yeah.
You had the grades. Your grades were so good that they challenged whether it was genuinely achieved.
Not that, because what they are, because they hear I sat my WAS the second time. There was a lot of competition that the results were so good. So they were watching for the best and best and best and best. But what they failed to do, that when they call you for an interview, for you, they want to hear from you. Why do you want to read engineering? Your passion behind everything. But this doesn't exist here any longer. What they are looking for is for just the grades. Oh. We know this public examination, like it happens for the clever one. They face huge challenge for them to get what they want. For one that they are not highly inclined, they some of them are so lucky. They always start once and they get what they need. So I was like thinking, you know, if they're calling for an interview, then I have to express myself well, that I have this idea, this and this, that is why I want to read engineering. But they don't give me the opportunity for me to do that. Then when I applied for geology, so they asked me exactly, you are an innovator, because they have had me at SLBC Radio and Radio Democracy, all the big radio stations around in town, and also some of them saw me in TV. You are not fit to be in geology, you know why? Then I said they rejected me because of I didn't have this subject, so that is why I decided to choose my second option. Then they welcomed me. I was graded during the time they interviewed me. In front of me, they gave me 100% recommendation that you are welcome to geology departments. I was like, wow. So some of my friends who we are called for interview, some of them when they come out of the interview, all they were crying, you know, a lot of questions. Oh. They have to give them a lot of maths, a lot of chemistry. So some of them, they were crying that, oh, this is the end of my, you know, maybe I will not succeed because of this and that. So when they saw me came out, I was like, wow, Emmanuel, what happened? I said, my interview is over. I was overqualified. They're like, wow.
It doesn't, that you see, because even the system that is used in the West, they do sometimes interview you, or you have a section in your application form where you write why you want to study what you want to study. And I remember I also had an interview, and again, it's all these complex physics and complex math, and you just sitting there thinking, not my life is over, but really, it's just like, God help me.
My dad was not working by then, and my mom was the only one who was like fighting for us to survive.
Wow. What was your mom doing? What work was it?
My mom is a trader.
What kind of trader?
Selling so petty trader, selling shampoo, this eye soap, this, you know, different markets.
So she has goods, and she will physically go to a market and physically set up a stall and physically sell things.
You know, like being carrying the goods with the baskets on her head
with the kata.
Yeah, moving from one point to another.
Wow.
Yeah,
that's incredible. How many children are there in your family?
They get back to us.
How many?
2 boys, 2 girls. 2 boys, 2 girls.
Wow, that's tough. That is tough. That's hard. So how did you have to work or contribute towards your mom's stall? Well, your mom was a businesswoman. And what we know in the continent is a lot of people survive as small business owners. So your mom was a small business owner. Sometimes they use the words like petty trader just to say small business, but she had to plan what she was going to sell. She had to price what she was going to sell. She had to source the goods from what she was going to sell. She had to figure out what location had more customers and go there and get the goods there. So all those logistics things that they teach in MBAs, those business MBAs, your mom knew that. She had to figure those things out, right?
She's so smart, to be precise. She always try her best to see how she can sell so hard, so she can sustain us, because my dad was not working. And then sometimes I go to college without no lunch, without no transportation. Like some of my friends were helping me, you know. Then when I went to campus, and I would tell them, hey, I didn't come with nothing to do. Like, yeah, I depend on you, you know. So they say, when they're going to like buying food, I will have to accompany them, and then we hit together, like this kind of relationship. So gone. Then but during that time, before I entered college, I built a solar power tricycle for person living with disability, because of we and Mana, they are living in Freetown. Just imagine someone living all the way Waterloo and different places, using that of their pets. You know, they use their bare hands to aid movements.
Oh yes, yeah.
So just imagine someone living all the way and 20 kilometers or 30 kilometers away. You have to come to places where you can get income, your daily survival, and then return. So I'm thinking of all this challenge, all this struggle. Then I said, no, I should come up with possible solutions to see how this will work.
Yeah. So you mentioned something, just so people understand, because not where a lot of people live who may watch this, when they have someone who's disabled, the society provides, their government provides help for them. The government provides, through taxing other people and, you know, selling things that government sells and all of that, they're able to provide accommodation, food, shelter. So those people don't have to go and make survival for themselves. Whereas in many developing countries, and especially Sierra Leone, someone who's disabled, as you say, they have to go beg or do something by themselves. So they have to, even so this person you were given, this person couldn't walk. right? And they kind of crawl using their arms, their elbows and stuff. So they have to leave, wake up in the morning, crawl with their elbows to wherever to position themselves so they can either sell something or ask people for money. And what you are trying to do is provide them with the means to get there, so they're not on their physical arms and their elbows on the bare ground. Can you imagine? Our people have suffered. And thank you for doing that. And thank you for taking an interest to do that. Thank you for that love that you have to devote your time, you know, to thinking of others who really are in a position that need that kind of help and need that kind of intellect. So thank you.
Yeah, I did that because I empathize with people so much. I empathize with people so much. You know, like when you be a change maker, you have to find solutions for different sets of people. Yeah, that wasn't easy, because just imagine, I'm not a professor. I didn't graduate from any university where I can learn this, or institution where I can learn this. Then I have to use my brain, watch, and then know all this engineering stuff. Can you imagine for me to build the wheel and axle, set up the engine, do this and do? Yeah, it takes a lot of imagination.
I'm telling you, I don't even know how, because when I was because I graduated with honors, so I'm a chartered engineer. So the very things that you're talking about, I learned at university, and it wasn't oh, I'm going to figure this out in my brain. First, you have to draw, you have to measure, everything has to be measured, drawn, and then you have to calculate based on set formulas, how much load, how much weight, how much capacity, how much resistance. There is so much, and the tensile strength of a metal, if you're using a metal, there is so much that you need to know, and there are these complex formulas that are used to arrive at a point that God just downloaded into your head, and you just got there.
I use my phone.
You are a genius.
I don't have a computer, so thank you.
That is not anything that people can have downloaded. So share some more.
Yeah, after I've done that, and then I have to like contact people who are working with the disabled people. First, like all this, I've risked everything, my time, my everything. Then I made a solution for people. So the people who trust, who can push our case further, then they start saying that there is no form, there is nothing. Then I have to move on. Yeah, the most important thing, I've done something for these people. I've done something for them. And then the whole public, the whole Sierra Leone, everybody saw it worked perfect. There was demonstration, like there are SLBC come coverage, it's AYV, Star TV, all these big and TV stations, they all came to cover the program. They all, like the exhibition, they all see how it works. So then when I entered college, I have to offer 20 modules for both semester, first and second semester. So then I have to stop, because like people like have this kind of phrase, how they phrase things like, oh, he's an inventor and then he has failed in college. So how they have this kind of narrative. So then I have to pause. Then I have to pause the technology stuff and then concentrate in my college. So I don't want these kind of provocations around.
Yeah, you know, the interesting thing is that what you've experienced happens to many inventors, and for some inventors in different parts of the world. Because if you look at a lot of inventors, some of them may not even finish college. I'm not saying don't finish college, please. All of you out there, when your parents have paid you, finish. But it is a juggling, because you are doing the level of work that a PhD student would be doing. they have an idea, I want to build a solar vehicle for a disabled person. That would be their 3-year project, their 3-year project. So you were doing and succeeding at that. On the side of your life, what does the university, how does the university leverage the fact that you have accomplished something that their PhD students are trying to accomplish and not even have successfully accomplished it?
The universities don't want to know who you are or who you be. All they want to know for you to like use the normal process.
Yeah, that's
so like I have to go the extra mile. Then I promoted to second year. So when I promoted to second year,
is this still geology? This is still geology.
Yeah, geology.
So you're doing geology, which is the study, you have to pardon me, the study of rocks and stuff, right?
Yeah, studies of rocks and in minerals.
And then on the side of your life, you're like a PhD electronic solar engineer wizard. For real. All in Sierra Leone, I'm telling you. Yeah.
So when I have to be, its workload reduced drastically. I have more time to, then I figure out I need to expand my idea because I've created a solar power tricycle for persons living with disability. So I started doing the research, and I couldn't find most of the things I already highlighted in my list because they are not in Sierra Leone. We have to get them in the Western world.
Like what kind of, so this is one of the things that also bothers me, because even from every child, every Sierra Leonean child, I think by the time you get to age 7, you know the country has stuff. What kinds of things did you need? Is there an opportunity for Sierra Leone to start making these things? Like what kinds of things did you need that you couldn't find?
Well, like we need a kind of like a warehouse where we can get all electronic gadgets we need for our work. Because to be frank, I component a lot of stuff I need for my next projects, but they are all the way in China. The problem is they are cheap there, but how can I get them to Sierra Leone? That is the big problem I'm facing. Some projects which I want to work on, but they are not accessible here.
So the question is, and I know maybe not for your current projects because you have to keep moving forward, but in a long-term view, these things that we're getting from China, don't we have the raw materials in Sierra Leone or on the continents that we can make those things ourselves?
Most of the mineral they took Sierra Leone in particular.
So we have the raw materials, but we're just not in a position to make them, because from a long-term view, for us to be more successful, we would have to start making these components locally, at least on the continent. So the cost factor of going all the way to China, and as you said, to ship it back from China, that's cost, right? Whereas if it was available somewhere in the continent, at least you can drive there. And with the logistics and all the stuff going on nowadays, it makes it even worse. So it's so if anyone's out there who has an interest or the know-how, there's an opportunity for these electronic components, right, to be made in Africa. So anyone who's interested in that business, hey, reach out and let us know how you're doing it so we can let us know. So your business can expand.
That has a huge impact. If anyone can like how a company where they produce this component, trust me, you know, there will be a lot of sales, a lot of sales.
What are the components? What would they be called?
There are so many, like the resistor, the transistors, the capacitors, the diode. There are a lot of them.
And when you look into how a transistor or a capacitor is made,
they are all made of minerals. They are all made of minerals. Yeah, like we have the 100K, we have the 1K, we have the 10K. It depends to where you want to use them.
Yeah, we need to solve that problem, because it's a good, we'll touch on that. And if you find anyone or find out how these things are made, and it's something that you find some people, and maybe someone watching this is interested, reach out and let us know so we can start making, because as Emmanuel says, not having those components impacts your processes, right? Okay, so now you're still at university, going into your second year.
Yeah, then when I was in my second year, the idea of the solar car was originated. Then I have to work and start saving my lunch money.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, when I moved to second year, and my dad had this kind of little job that's hand little money, so he started giving me some fuel lunch. But I had a big challenge ahead. So yeah, I moved from my house very early in the morning without no eating. Then I have to return in the evening without eating nothing. So all I could sustain from college is like drinking water throughout the day.
Wow. Just so you can save. So just so you can save the money to buy the things you need to make the solar car.
Yeah, because the solar panel, you can't get it from the trash yard. You can't get the battery from the trash yard. So that is why I was saving my lunch money for me to buy all this.
So the solar panel and the solar battery are other components that if we're able to make them on the continent, since we have so much sun.
Yeah, I think the panels and the battery, there will be a huge benefit. There will be, because people, I'm now seeing people moving to renewable energy, because the electricity system in Africa, or in Sierra Leone in particular, is not sustainable. So people have to go into renewable energy because it's sustainable. And if you have a lot of panels and a lot of batteries, you have 24-hour lights, 24-hour electricity. So people are moving into renewable energy now. So I think there is a huge market for solar and as well as batteries.
Yeah. Okay, I made a note. So yeah. But again, thank you. You went without food from early morning to evening, studying. So all those students out there who says, I'm hungry, I can't study. Not that it's ideal, but Emmanuel pushed through that because he had a vision of something he wanted to accomplish. That's incredible. Because
then I took 3 years. I took 3 years until 2020 that the car was finished, like 2020 December. Then it's like a dream came true. Then I told my parents that I've done something, because when I started, I didn't show them. My dad was the only one who know what I'm doing, because he was helping me with welding stuff, like welding, because that is his profession. He was helping me with welding, but I didn't tell my mom. So until I finished, then I told my mom that, oh, the car is ready now. They were like, what car? You build car? You know, like,
that's
are you
incredible.
an engineer? Are you from America? Are you from China? Are you from Germany? You build car? You know, like we do. Like, this is not real. Then I told them that, wait, you will know if this is real or not. Then I have to engage people, a documentary, like a story. Then we did that. The first day I hit the streets, were like, wow, what is this? A car? Ah, no.
Is that the one
like
that was it? Do you put the flag on it or something?
Like green, white, and blue.
You know what? When I saw that, because for the diaspora, no matter what country, when you're in the diaspora and you see your flag, it touches your heart. So you had a direct impact on me straight away. It's like, wow, we watched it, we shared it. And again, it ignites that fire in all of us, because people want to give back, people want to do things. So just seeing that, but we didn't hear your backstory. There was some story told, you know, your story was told, it was a documentary, but even the fact that you went without food and you're building all of this, we can't thank you enough. Like, seriously, cannot thank you enough for being the pioneer that sets the path that many other inventors, because now you're a teacher, like I said, you're a teacher, you're a leader. There are many other boys like you young men who have ideas for things we need on the continent. And there are many other potential investors who would want to say they partner with you or invest in you or invest in your company, which they can reach out, put your details in the description box so people can reach out directly to you and they can engage with you in whatever capacity. So your parents are pleased?
Yeah, they were pleased. Even people like the drivers, the keke drivers, the bike riders, because I tested it on the main highway. So like people, we are moving out of their vehicle. There was a huge traffic. Seeing this for the first time, a car made up of trash, and most especially it's a solar. And most especially, and it's painted with the country color, real white and blue.
I'm telling you, I am.
So like people are saying, hey, this is made in Sierra Leone. Ah, wow. So there was joy. There was joy all over. By the time you took like 24 hours, the story has gone far. Bloggers, like the all of December was all over. My story was all over. Then when we do the test case, we're like, I didn't aware this could be on community. Like, we know this person. Is this Emmanuel? No. We never know Emmanuel for so. I was sleeping by them. They came to my house, like knocking the door. Hey, my man, wake up. We saw somebody like you. Who is this person?
Somebody like you.
I say it's me. Emmanuel, you are an engineer. You never do going to school, like playing football, but you never know you're doing this. I say, yeah. Sometimes I have to walk behind closed door. I have to be like low key. They were so annoyed that I never told them.
Yeah, no, it's sometimes you have to keep your when you're working on something, sometimes you have to focus and keep it focused.